March 30th, 2018. Taking the morning off work to go and do some event work. I just realized, I never really share too much about what I do when I'm not event training. And honestly, I lift weights just about every day that I'm not event training. Gym work consists of fasted cardio before lifting, and then taking protein shake, maybe a little bit of pre-workout after the fasted cardio, and then lifting some heavy shit. My background is in strength training / powerlifting / strongman / a little bit of bodybuilding / CrossFit / Olympic weightlifting / kettlebell sport. You name it, I've done just about every strength sport possible and found what works best for me in regards to how to train for timber sports. The main thing to remember with timber sports is just to be tough. You don't have to be a bodybuilder or powerlifter. You don't have to be the strongest. You don't have to be the fastest. But what you do have to be is the best that you can be, and you got to be tough. That's my opinion. A lot of people would disagree with it in regards to what works for them. But I've been doing this crap for 30 plus years, so we'll see what happens. But today's session is going to be par for the course. I'm going to do 2 Champions Trophy races after I do tree and some single warm-up, and then see what I've got in me after that. I've got a massage scheduled at 2:15 that I have to back, and then I have to spend some time with my little girl and get her situated, and then I'm coming back out to Muscle Holler South to meet with Rainer Shooter, a collegiate athlete from Wisconsin Stevens Point, and we'll train the evening away on some very stout coffee, and I may cut a second tree and see what I've got in me for other races after that, primarily just underhand standing and single, likely just underhand and standing, to be honest. So that's what's on tap for today, and here we go. First log, it's a good 11-inch pine tree. I'm going to use a decent axe, see if I can do something with this. I've been trying to get better at the tree and see what happens here. Who knows? Stink eye, freaking tall pole, butchered it. It's a 66 Tui, big heavy axe. I just got to grow a set and make that top pocket better. Get back on this bottom boards where I can actually see the hole too. Live and learn. Do it again. race one, I've got obviously going to take the stock saw. I got a 13-inch pine underhand up. Going to use a OK axe, nothing special. Then I've got of course, it's a bit bigger single buck. It's about a 18-19-inch log, but I've cut about halfway down, so hopefully it's only got about 10 or 12 strokes on it. And then I got a nice little 10, maybe 11-inch standing block. It's a 6-inch sticks for sure. It's fresh log too. Here we go. Race one, it's easy. Well, it's not easy, but it's not overly hard. Yeah, it is. Who am I kidding? Oh. All right, catch my breath, set up a second one. Second race is set, 12 minutes. I probably stood around for like 4 and then went to setting up the other logs. It's a 13-inch underhand. It's just the other end of that little 10, 11-inch standing block. Same sort of setup. I'm putting a couple extra strokes on the single. I think I need to work on that a little bit more. So, race number 2, 13 minutes. Yeah. Race 2, not so bad. Oh boy, video didn't take on the second race. Shit. Oh well, I did it. No video proof. So be it. I'll train again later tonight, I hope. Session 1 went okay. I was very disappointed with that second board and that climb, so I'm more than likely going to do another climb tonight and then change the pole, since I'm going to have some help. Young fella coming to help me. And then, but I'm pleased with the races. Need to probably start using a sharper saw in the single, and that log is done, so I got to put up another log too. But tonight's session will be primarily racing, chopping, and sawing, or at least primarily underhand and standing. I really want to train going fast in the underhand. I've totally ignored it thus far this preseason, and the reason why is because it's sort of my fallback. It's something that I can do with my eyes closed. But like anything, you need to train something in order to be efficient at it. Because if you go to a show and you try to do that right off the get-go, even if you are as experienced as I am, there's a good chance that something good is not good is going to happen. And so it's better to do it that way. You know, people always say, well, how come the Aussies and Kiwis are so much better at chopping and racing than the Americans and Canadians and the Europeans? And the reason why is because they have handicap events. They'll go to a typical contest and they'll have 6 or 7 different chops. They'll have like 5 handicaps and maybe 1 or 2 championships, underhand or standing or tree or whatever. And then they have, and a lot of these things, they have heat, semis, and finals, or at least heats and finals. So they'll cut 10, 12 logs in a day, all under race conditions. And that's, you know, on a Saturday, then again on a Sunday if they have 2 shows that weekend. And so, you know, the reason why they're so much better at it is because they race more than we do. and they've been doing it a lot longer than we have. And so that's the reason why a lot of my sessions are based upon the race mentality, is that if it's going to happen, it's going to happen at sea, to quote Captain Ron. And so that's the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. But we'll see what happens tonight. Maybe use some decent gear. I got a bunch of axes I got to hang up, so may test a few. Who knows?